Thank you for joining us tonight for a special documentary on the presidency of John F. Kennedy. The 1960s were full of many new threats and opportunities after World War II that previous presidents until Kennedy has never seen before. For more on the story, we go to Jack Tembring. Jack?
Come on and vote for Kennedy, vote for Kennedy, keep America strong. Kennedy, he just keeps rolling along. Vote for Kennedy!
The 1960s was a decade like no other, filled with missiles, wars, protests, and the assassination of civil rights leader Martin Luther King. It finally ended on a good note when the first man landed on the moon. All these events happened because of one man who would help to get America back on track. We began with the first election of the decade. The 1961 presidential election was a tight race between Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy.
Kennedy was like no other that had run for office. He was young and brought with him the biggest domestic agenda since the New Deal, the New Frontier, a package of laws and reforms that sought to eliminate injustice and inequality in the United States.
The New Frontier was not only made to create better working conditions, enhance racial equality, and get America in the space race, but would also foster the development of capitalism and Americanism in the United States and foreign countries. Because of this revolutionary agenda, Kennedy would go on to win the election of January 20th of 1961.
It is no surprise that Kennedy won the election. His speeches during the race inspired Americans. He spoke of a grand and global alliance, North and South, East and West, that would assure a more fruitful life for all of mankind. He talked about those of his generation as defenders of freedom in its hour of maximum danger. He wanted the American people to understand that it is only through their support that America will stay strong and free.
Kennedy's speeches not only won him the election, but also the trust of all Americans. His charisma and confidence encouraged Americans to believe in their young president as he confronted a complicated and dangerous world. He promised in his inaugural speech that the United States would pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, and oppose any foe to ensure the survival and the success of liberty. This helped to reinforce America's vision of their country as a muscular force for the good around the world.
On November 22, 1963, during a parade in Dallas, Texas, America lost its 35th president to an assassination. Many said the first real chance for an intelligent and strong new leader in the world was murdered with Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was the first president to face a nuclear confrontation, the first to reach for the moon through the nation's space programs, the first to give the arts a prominent place in America, and the first since Theodore Roosevelt with whom youth could identify. He made the nation see itself with new eyes. On behalf of Jaguar Nightly News, I want to thank you for joining us this evening.